Hello everyone and welcome back to finally another part of Let's Play Planets. The life of normalcy has ended on Ryu's path. I don't know how long it is, but we last left on a really interesting part, and I'm really sorry about that I didn't record for a while because I really didn't have enough time. I planned some stuff with my friends and family, and this is why I was really busy in the weekend, and I had a really big exam on Friday, so I had to learn the day before, so I hope you don't mind that. But right now, even though I still have exams this week, it's not as big as the one last week, so it's okay that I'm recording right now. I'm really tired, a little. No, not just a little, I'm really tired, so don't mind that either, okay? I will just get focused just on the game. I will focus on nothing else, because this is what I want to do today. Just spend time with our cute little Ryu. Alright. Back into the voices. I spend a lot of time at parks like this. Eh. I can't click. Wait a second. Okay, I think now it's working. I didn't get to go to parks a lot when I was a kid. I have to do stuff like this now. Why couldn't you go as a kid? My parents didn't let me go outside much. I had to stay inside most of the time. Maybe that's why I'm such a big kid now. You're kind of like a big kid, Ryukun, but that's okay. It just makes you more fun to be around, that's true. You have to be a child inside of your heart, always. You're making me blush. Hey, I know. Let's have a swinging contest. You mean whoever goes the highest, the fastest, is the winner? Yep, and the loser will treat the winner to something. What? Whatever the winner desires. Okay, sounds scary. Yes, it does. Then you better beat me. We will try. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go! We both began to swing. Ryu quickly became much higher than me. I didn't expect to win anyway. He's much more athletic than I am, so this type of thing is easy for him. Is swinging really so much of an athletic thing to do? I mean, even I can do it, so... Oh well, if you say so. Okay, you won. So what do you desire, Ryukun? It can't be something perverted, okay? Okay, I'm really glad she isn't like, oh, I don't know what you would want. You want ice cream? I'm glad she's thinking it like in a acceptable way. She's trying to stay in this safe area. I know exactly what I want. Ryu stands up suddenly and stands beside my swing, pulling me closer to him with a chain. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. What? Oh, this is a really cute picture, but... Oh god. It's really getting to me after playing it for such a long while. Not playing it. His face becomes very close to mine, and his smile isn't his usual joking one. I want you to be my girlfriend. What? Go out with me, Kazuoki-san. Ryukun, you're just messing with me, aren't you? Isn't this all just a joke to you? Please don't mess with my feelings like this. Hey, why this sad face? I wasn't joking that time, you know. Oh. Okay, Ryu, you deserve another slot. Oh my god. Oh, this is really cute. Look how anxious she is. I only like you as a friend. Ah, this is not it. Definitely not right now. Do you really feel that way? Kind of both of them doesn't sound like so good, but I think this is more like specific about the way we want him to be. I need you to be serious. Do you really feel that way about me? Of course, I liked you from the start. Couldn't you tell? I have exactly been trying to hide it. But I thought you flirt with every girl. Oh, it's Marin, I'm sorry. I was thinking, what, Marin, what are you doing? But I thought you flirt with every girl the same way. Isn't it just your personality? What do you think? What do you think I am? Some kind of player? Well, I won't say anything to that, but I really thought that. I think you've had the wrong idea about me, Kazuoki-san. I'm always honest with my feelings. There's not enough time in life to hide the way you feel. You never know when it will be too late to tell the truth. But if you don't feel the same, it's okay. It makes me kind of sad, but I'll keep trying to make you fall in love with me. Ryuu-kun. Yeah? I'm sorry. It isn't that I dislike you. In fact, I really do like you a lot. I just never realized that at all this time you felt that way about me. I thought you were just joking all the time when you called me cute and fun to be with. So I never even considered the possibility that you really liked me. That's kinda sad, even specifically because she actually always kinda gets the hint of any guy, especially when we were on Chaos Path. She really thought about every detail with him because he was never honest with his feelings. So that's really interesting. This is so different. Like, it's a really nice thing to see like that. Even a new side of Marin. I've only laughed at the things you said and not really taken them to heart. You just surprised me so much sometimes. You shouldn't expect dishonesty with people. I'm always going to be honest with how I feel. I don't know if I can ever get used to it, but I'm beginning to accept it as a quality of Ryu's character and that makes him different from other people. Oh god. Shh. Stop. Oh man, I can't do it, so I'm sorry if I'm not sounding like too manly or too flirty right now. I don't like it when you look sad. Please smile. Even though I can't think of anything more to say, I smile at Ryu's request. Much better. I guess there is no point in continuing our date, huh? Ryu is smiling, but there's no hint of happiness behind it. It's a hollow smile that makes it obvious he's just putting up a front. I think I'm gonna go find Lucian. Catch you later, Kazuoki-san. Ryu walks past me and out of the park without giving me another glance. Wait, what are you doing, Kazuoki? Why is he leaving and why did she reject him or what? Despite the smile, he seemed hurt. What did you expect? Even I'm hurt. Damn, I feel really bad now. No shit. I didn't turn Ryuu down because I dislike him. I turned him down because his confession was so sudden. It caught me off guard. But watching him leave now, I'm starting to regret my decision. By the time I reach the meeting spot at the end of the day, night has fallen. Nearly an hour late, the town is large and confusing and I got a bit lost on my way. I run hurriedly to the station, searching around for my group. Okay, I think this is what we already saw. God damn it. Okay, now we're being saved by him again. Oh, and where is Harui? Ah, Harui. Definitely not him. Okay, now we're talking about guys. But maybe there is someone else. Ah, I see. It makes me a bit sad. Eh, why is that, Haru? No reason. You've just always been a bit tomboyish, so it's weird to hear you talk about guys. But that's okay, I knew that someday you would start thinking about guys. Like that. I just hope maybe it will be me. Oh man, I can't see this anymore, I'm sorry. It just hurts my heart. Oh, there's you guys. Oh man. Oh, this is so... Ah. God damn it, Rio, why are you blushing at Haruhi? What are you doing? Okay. Okay, now this is the point where things start to get bad. Where things start to really get bad. What just happened? Why were you guys fighting, Ryu-kun? Ryu doesn't respond, only lowers his head so Heise's hair covers his face. Okay, I think I messed up that sentence, but it's okay. I'm used to him being so energetic that seeing him in silence worries me. Ryu-kun, are you... At that moment, Ryu collapsed, his body falling limply against the ground. No. Ryu! Panicking, I ran over to his body and touched his face. His eyes are closed and his skin is clammy. Ryu, please wake up. Ryu! His breathings are short and rushed. His skin is so cold, it feels like porcelain under my fingers. Could it be that he used teleportation too many times? I remember him saying that if he uses it too much, his body can't handle it. I have to get help, but I don't want to leave him like this. What should I do? I'll take care of this, Kazuoki-san. Oginuma-sensei, thank goodness. Oginuma-sensei kneels down and lifts Ryu easily, as if he weighs nothing at all. Follow me if you wish. I'm taking him to the infirmary. I stand up and hurry after him. He doesn't ask me any question, as if he knows exactly what has happened to Ryu. In fact, he hardly seems concerned about the situation at all. Once we go to the infirmary, Oginuma-sensei places Ryu down on one of the beds and pulls the sheets up around him. Oh my god, I thought he said, and puts the sheets over him, like... Oh, before that was horrible. I peer down at him closely. He looks vulnerable right now, and his face is almost unfamiliar. Is Ryukin going to be okay, Oginuma-sensei? There's no reason to worry, Kazuoki-san. He should be fine. He'll wake up soon when he gets some of that energy back, and if he rests until tomorrow, he should be back in high spirits again as usual. But if he keeps collapsing like this, I do worry about his health. You mean this isn't the first time he's collapsed? Technically that's classified information, but since you two are friends, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. Takashima-san has collapsed many times before this. It almost seems that the intervals between his collapses have been getting shorter and shorter. It isn't good. Why is that happening? You have to understand that psychic powers is all about energy. Every psyche takes some amount of energy to use. Each time a psyche is used, their user's energy decreases. Most psyche use such a small amount of energy that they can be used almost endlessly. But teleportation uses a large amount of energy, so if it isn't used sparingly, the user will run out of energy and collapse. However, in Takashima's case, his body is hardly strong enough to use teleportation even 3 times per day. He has to be especially careful about when and how he uses his psyche. But he isn't. Takashima has always been slightly impulsive and doesn't always have his head on straight. He thinks about things in the moment and doesn't think of the consequences. As a result, this happens. Wait a minute, what do you mean his body is hardly strong enough? Don't worry about him, Kazuoki-san. I'm sure Takashima would hate to see you sad. He will be fine. If you wish to stay here with him until he wakes, I will excuse you from class. I'll be back to check on him later. Oginuma-sensei smiles and leaves the nurse's office without another word. He avoided the question I asked the same way as Chaos would. I guess it's genetic. Yep. If I understood what he said correctly, Ryu is even weaker than the other teleporters. Yeah. That would explain why he's failed his class so many times, but there's no explanation why he's as weak as he is. It doesn't make sense though. Ryu is so good at sports and he seemed to have a lot of energy. You wouldn't think he would faint so easily from using his psych. Yeah. I'm wondering, I can't really think about anything. Of course I can think of some stuff, but I don't want to think too much about it because maybe it's something completely different. And I don't want to be caught off guard, like usual. I won't be able to leave Ryu knowing his condition and decide to stay by his side. Oh no! I lean forward so that my face is just a few inches from his. I can feel cold breeze coming from his mouth on my cheek. Seeing him like this makes me realize how badly I want to see him smile again. Aww. Is that he has a scratch on his face? I've gotten so used to that shining smile of his that when a frown replaces it, there's a strange emptiness inside of my chest. Wake up, Ryukun. I whisper into his ear, hoping that he can hear me. I reach over and hold onto his hand that was resting on top of a sheet. Please? Ryu's brow furrows slightly and he lets out a weak-sounding moan. He's waking up. I wonder if he had heard me. Ryu's eyes open slightly, just enough to see my face beside his. Oh my god. I don't want him to look at me like that, guys. I don't want him to look at me like that. I don't like the situation we're in. I have this strange feeling this is even worse than I think it is. Kazuki-san. He sounds so surprised, as if I'm the last person he expected to see. Ryu blinks a few times and sits up, holding his head with his hand. Where am I? Thank goodness. Oh, before I can control myself, I lunge forward and hug him. Oh, this is good. This is a nice hug. Ryu's body feels tense under mine, but after a second I feel his arm on my back to return my embrace. Kazuki-san, finally. Ryu holds me securely, drawing me close to his chest. Don't let go. I want to stay like this. I'm not going to let go, Ryukun. Ryu's feelings for me are obvious. I've known about his feelings for me for a long time. But until now, my own feelings has been foggy. Now they're becoming clearer. My feelings for Ryukun are undeniable. What happened? I don't remember anything. You saved Chaos and I from falling off a roof, but you passed out after that. And you've been waiting for me to wake up? Yes, I want to make sure you were okay. I was so worried. You shouldn't have got involved in that fight. You could have been seriously hurt. But it looks like Chaos-kun was about to use his psyche. I don't want you to get hurt. Ryu sighs. Chaos is a coward. He would sooner let me beat him into the ground than reveal his psyche to everyone. And what is his psyche? Ryu hesitates slightly, his body tensing again. Don't worry, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. It really isn't my business anyway. I'm just glad you're okay, Ryukun. When I saw you pass out like that, it really scared me. I didn't think you would care that much. Of course I care. You're important to me, Ryukun. If anything happened to you, I don't know what I would do. Heh, I never thought I would hear you say something like that to me. Not after before, when I told you my feelings, and you rejected me. I thought I didn't have a chance. I thought maybe I wasn't good enough. Maybe I was moving too fast. Maybe I didn't give you enough time to think about it. When I asked you to be my girlfriend, I deeply desired that with everything I had. It's still my wish, Kazuki-san, for you to be with me. My feelings haven't changed. This just feels right to me. Holding you like this makes me so happy. Kazuoki-san, are you okay like this? Being with me. Just me. Yes, it does feel right. I don't want to be anywhere else. And stay with me all the time, so we can always be happy. Because without you, I don't feel happy. But right now, I am. If it's the same way for you, just be with me all the time. Okay, Ryuu-kun, I promise I'll never leave your side. In response to this, Ryuu hugs me tighter. Aww, his body is trembling and his skin still feels cold. He's probably still not feeling well. I should let him rest. Lie down, Ryuu-kun, you need to sleep more. Only on one condition. What's that? Until I fall asleep, stay with me. Oh god, I don't like him see like that, but I'm glad he's a little bit feeling like a little better. Ryuu lays down, resting his head on the pillow and holds my hand. The truth is, I'm scared to go to sleep. I don't know if I wake up. I don't know if this is the last time I'll see you, Kazuoki-san. Don't you dare talk to me like that. Guys, wow, this is getting to me faster than I thought. Don't say that. You'll wake up, Ryuu-kun. Just think about all the fun things we can do together tomorrow. You can possibly not wake up knowing that what's in store for tomorrow, right? What are we going to do tomorrow? Oh, it's Ryuu. What are we going to do tomorrow, Kazuoki-san? We can have lunch together on the rooftop like we always used to. We could eat a fried pork sandwich together. That's your favorite, right? And after that, we can look at the mountains and remember how beautiful they are. And after classes, we can do whatever you want. If you want to go to town, we can go there, or we can just stay at school and have fun being together. So you have to wake up tomorrow, Ryuu-kun. If you don't wake up, we can't do any of those things. Promise me you wake up. I look down at Ryuu, expecting his reply, but his eyes are closed and his hand is loose under mine. Guys, I'm really sorry, but you, I really I'm trying to keep myself here together. Looks like he fell asleep. I stay there watching him sleep for the longest time until it becomes dark outside and the nurse tells me to leave. Ryuu will wake up tomorrow. He has to. Why would he even say something like that? Tuesday, August 22. I arrived in class early today because I wasn't able to sleep at all last night. I won't be too. I would totally never sleep again if he said that. What happened yesterday is still lingering slightly and surreal to me. I accepted Ryu's feelings. I told him I would never leave. Doesn't that mean we're together now, as a couple? Just the thought of it makes a blush rise onto my cheeks. What will I say when Ryuu comes to class today? Do I smile at him with my normal smile? I just have to be myself. There's no reason to be nervous. This is something to be happy about. Ryuu will still be the same Ryuu, but instead of panicking every time he hugs me, I can return them with equal affection. Kazuoki-san, good morning. Oh, Lucian, hello. You look especially happy this morning. Did something good happen? Oh, sort of. Not going to tell me, huh? I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. Okay, if you say so, Kazuoki-san. Lucian takes a seat and I immediately turns away, looking out of a window. Several minutes pass, but Ryuu doesn't come through the door. Class has started and Ryuu still isn't here. Isn't he excited to see me too? I can't believe he's going to be late again. Or, no way. Could it be that Ryuu isn't feeling well and still in the infirmary? If what happened yesterday hadn't occurred, I would merely assume that Ryuu is being his normal self and skipping class or oversleeping. But it doesn't seem right for him to not be here after everything that happened yesterday. I can't explain it, but being gone today seems wrong. As if my gut is telling me the reason for his absence is more than just because he's cutting class. Kazuoki Marin. Here. As Ryu-sensei calls the roll, he doesn't even call Ryu's name from the sheet. There's definitely something wrong with the situation. In the normal circumstances, Ryu-sensei would complain about Ryu being gone again, but today he just pauses when Ryu's name should be called and makes a mark on the sheet as if he already knows the reason why Ryu is absent. After the roll is finished being called, I look over at Lucian, who is wearing a distant expression. Ryu and Lucian are roommates. Lucian should definitely know where Ryu is right now. Hey, Lucian? For a moment he looks surprised to hear his name, but as soon as Lucian realizes me who called his expression is surprised with a tiny smile. Can I help you, Kazuoki-san? I was just wondering about Ryu-kun. Is he okay? The smile suddenly disappears as quickly as it came. I'm sorry, Kazuoki-san. As much as I want to say yes, I can't. I didn't want to tell you unless you asked, so not to upset you, especially since you were in such a good mood. This morning, something bad happened. What? What happened? When I tried to wake Ryu up this morning, I noticed something different. Usually he says 5 more minutes or something like that, but today he didn't say anything. He didn't move at all, and his face was really pale. I knew something was wrong with him, and I called for Oginuma-sensei. Oginuma-sensei immediately took him to the hospital in town, but that's all I know. I haven't heard anything else yet. No. But I thought the nurse here is a healer. If something is wrong with Ryu-kun, shouldn't she be able to help him? He shakes his head slowly. Healers can only fix wounds or cuts or have a minor injury. Kazuoki-san, maybe it isn't right for me to tell you this, but I think Ryu would want you to know. Ryu's problem is something that isn't just on the surface. It's deeper than that. It's a condition that can't be cured. No. Unable to say anything in the response, I turn away from Lucian and stare down at my desk. Ryu's in the hospital. Whatever's happened to him, it must be really serious. There's no way I can sit here and pretend that I'm okay with this. While everyone in class laughs carelessly around me, I feel detached from them, as if they're part of a different reality. All I can think about is Ryu. Ryu-sensei, can I go to the nurse? Unable to take this feeling anymore, I have to get out of the classroom and get some air. Do you feel bad, Kazuoki-san? I nod and stand up from my desk. I'm unable to meet the curious stares of any of my classmates. Even their thoughts sound muffled to me. Is it okay if I escort her to the infirmary, Sensei? Just in case she gets sick on the way there. Alright, go ahead. Lucian joins me and puts his arm over my shoulder, helping me outside of the classroom. Oh boy. Once we're in the hallway, he removes his arm, clearly knowing that I don't really need his help. Where are you really going, Kazuoki-san? I'm going to speak to Oginuma-sensei. Knowing that Ryu-kun is in the hospital right now, there's no way I can concentrate on work. I just have to know if he's okay. You don't mind if I come with you, do you? I'm also curious to know how Ryu is feeling. Of course not. He's your friend too. We walk together to Oginuma-sensei's office without saying anything to each other. The silence around us is heavy with concern, but there are times when silence is better than small talk, and this is one of those times. Lucian lightly knocks on the office door once we reached it and opens it slowly. I sigh with relief upon realizing that Oginuma-sensei is there. For a moment I was worried that he would still be at the hospital with Ryu. Kazuoki-san, Lucian-kun, I expected you two to show up here at some point today. Sit down. Both Lucian and I sit on the chairs on the opposite side of the desk. At least Oginuma-sensei still seems cheerful, if he can still be smiling that maybe Ryu's condition isn't too serious. I already know what you want to ask. How is Takashima, correct? We both nod. Well... Oginuma-sensei's smile falters a little, which sends a bad feeling onto the pits of my stomach. I don't know if you know this yet, Kazuoki-san, but Tokushima is an illness. I don't know all of the fancy medical jargon. Don't know all of the fancy medical jargon, but basically, it's a condition in which the heart muscle is thicker than normal. It makes it harder for blood to leave the heart, which causes all kinds of complications. And it's not the main reason for his fainting. Using his teleportation power just saps the little amount of energy he has left. When a person afflicted with a heart condition faints, there's a chance that one of those times they won't wake up again. This is why when Takashima wouldn't wake up this morning, it was a cause of great concern. Unexpected death is one of the most common symptoms, if you can even consider that as a symptom. At the mention of the word death, my stomach starts to ache even more and I have to force myself not to burst into tears at that moment. I will not believe that. You tell me no dying here, sir. I can understand your feelings, Kazuoki-san, but there's no need to cry. There's two ways of dealing with this type of situation. You can live in fear because there's the chance that life can end at any moment. Or you can live each day with a smile, as if it's your last on this earth. Oh, this is really deep, man. Which do you think Takashima-kun would want you to do? Perhaps it's not my place to say this, but it's quite obvious that Takashima-kun is crazy about you, Kazuoki-san. Even he knows that. I've known him for a long time, and I know that he's very eager to find someone so he can be with for the rest of his life, because he doesn't know when his life may end. He just wants someone there with him to love him. That's all. He sees you as that someone, Kazuoki-san, so there's no doubt in my mind that he would want you to be smiling, not crying. On that note, would you like to go and see him, both of you? You mean he's doing alright? He's in a very fragile this is a really weird pig. Wait, you're doing Lucian. He's in a very fragile state right now. Physically but mentally he's still the same Takashima-kun. I have no problem excusing you from classes if you wish to visit him. I want to go. Me too. Oh god. Oginuma-sensei smiles and joint teleportation. And joint teleports us to the town's hospital. Takashima-kun's room is right here. He points to the door in front of us. Was it okay to teleport into the hospital without checking in first? No, but I don't want to have to go through all of the trouble. You better hurry and visit him before someone catches us. Even in a situation like this, Oginuma-sensei is still just as an adult-like as ever. Do you want to go in first, Kazuoki-san? I can let you have some time with him for yourself. Oh, is that really okay? Yes, I'm not sure if Ryuu is awake right now, but if he is, he probably wants to see you more than anyone. Okay, I'll try not to take too long. Don't worry about it, Ryuu is the most important one right now. You're right, see you in a bit. I place my hand on the handle to Ryu's hospital room, but for some reason I hesitate in opening it. Probably because I don't want to see Ryu looking again like he did yesterday. Lifeless, like a star that had its radiance taken from it. Yeah, he really looked pretty. It was so sad to see him like that. But I have to see him and ensure that he's okay. Lucian is right. Ryu is the important one right now. My silly fears don't matter. Oh, at least it's a good hospital room. Inside one of the rooms, Leo lies on the hospital bed with several wires coming from his arm. The room is mostly silent, except for the slow beeping that comes from the heart monitor. It's beeping. It means he's alive. Even though I knew he wasn't dead, an irrational part of my mind feared that he would be. I approach the bed and sit on the chair that's beside it. Oh, he looks so much better now. At least a little bit. As if he sensed my presence, Ryu's eyes immediately open. Kazuoki-san. He tries to sound energetic, but his voice is hoarse. Ryuu-kun, you don't have to call me that anymore. Marin is fine. Okay, Marin. Ryuu-kun, please don't push yourself too much. How are you feeling? I feel great. There's no need to worry about me. You can't expect me to believe that when you're lying in the hospital bed with IVs dripping onto your arm. What happened this morning? Did you faint in your sleep? No, silly. That's not possible. I was awake. I just couldn't make my body respond to what was happening, is all. The truth is, I pushed myself too hard yesterday. It affected me more than I thought it had. I was too lightheaded and in bed and in pain to move this morning. Everyone must have thought I was dead. Oh, Ryuu. What are you saying, man? I was just tired, that's all. Ryuu-kun, please be honest with me. You weren't just tired, weren't you? Your chest hurt, didn't it? Agunuma-sensei already told me about your condition. Oh no, Ryuu felt silent. He doesn't look shocked or angry. In fact, there's the slightest trace of a smile on his lips. Almost like the expression someone makes when they realize they've been caught in a lie and they're feeling ashamed for lying in the first place. I wish you would have been the one. Oh, it's Marin. I wish you would be the one who want to tell me, Ryuu-kun. You didn't have to hide something like this from me. I could have helped you more if I had known. But that's when I didn't want, Marin. His voice suddenly raises, catching me by surprise. He's never directed his anger at me, and the shock of it renders me slightly. I don't want you to treat me differently, knowing that something's wrong with me. That's what I like so much about you. You treated me as a normal person, always. That's why I hid it from you, because I didn't want you to start worrying about me, telling me not to do this or that. That's why what my parents have always done. That's what Lucian does. I just want you to see me as a normal, healthy person. That's all. I didn't want you to come to see me here, lying in a hospital bed like some kind of sick person. It's not what I am. I'm just like everyone else. I can't help that I'm weaker than the other guys, but don't judge me for something that's beyond my control. I'm not judging you. Treating me differently is just judging me, isn't it? I don't want to be angry at you, but you have to understand. All I've ever wanted is to be like everyone else, and never had that privilege. I never got to be a normal kid. Every day was spent in a hospital or in bed at home because my body hurt too much to move. I couldn't do the normal things that kids could do. If I tried to play sports, I got tired too easily, or my chest would start to hurt. No one ever wanted me on their team. I don't want people looking at me with a pity in their expression. I don't want anyone else help me too. I don't want anyone to help me. Do you understand? Especially you. Ryuu-kun. Please, Marin, I'm begging you. Don't treat me differently. Don't worry over me. I want to be the same Ryuu you've known from the start. Your impression of me can change now because you know the truth. No, Ryuu-kun, I would never treat you differently. You're still the same Ryuu-kun, that's true. He is no different. He's the same. He was never different. I understand what you're saying. You didn't want me to know because you didn't want me to have to worry about you. If I'm being honest, I have to admit that I will be worried about you. If it's true that this condition can take your life at any moment, then yes, I will worry. I promise not to treat you differently than I have before. But in my mind I will always be worried about you, Ryuu-kun. No, I don't want that. That isn't fair. Maybe it's not, but it's true. The only way I could not worry about you is if I didn't care about you. And I do care, so that's why. But despite that, knowing that you have this condition doesn't change anything. Don't you know I was always worried about you? I was worried about your grades when you slept during class. I was worried about you when you were skipping and I didn't know where you had gone. But even though I was worrying about these things, I still treated you the same, didn't I? So knowing this won't change anything, Ryukun. Yes, I will be worrying, but that doesn't mean things have changed. Aww. I guess you're right. I didn't mean to yell. It's just the idea of you being sad because of me is the worst feeling in the world. Every day I have to try hard to smile and look at things positively, but with you around I don't have to try. It just happens naturally. I don't have to force myself to smile. It feels real with you. I want it to be the same for you. I want you always to smile when you're with me. That's why I never wanted you to see me like this, because it makes you sad. Every time before I close my eyes, I think that I might not ever wake up again. I don't know when is the last time I'll be able to look at the clouds from the rooftop, or the mountains, or at you, Kazuoki-san. That's why. I want every moment to be a happy one, because there's no telling which one will be the last. Ryuu raises his arm to my face and wipes the tears from beneath my eyes. The thing is, it was really scared before. I was really starting to lose it, but now it's getting better because he is still with us and he is awake, so this is something, and this is why I'm really happy at the moment. So you have to smile, don't cry over me anymore. That's the last thing I would ever want. And besides, your face is so much cuter when you're smiling. Ryukun, it's the same for me. When I saw you lying there in the bed yesterday, I was afraid I would never be able to see your smile again. And it made me realize how much brighter everything seemed when you're around. At the ideas of Ryuu being gone, I feel another onslaught of tears arriving, but even then I force myself to keep smiling. Without you here, Shh, you don't have to say anything else. Ryuu shatters me, leaning forward. Aww. He kisses me gently. Oh, it's so cute. He pulls away without giving me a chance to respond to it, leaving me shocked. Ryukun. I have to be honest with my feelings, because I don't know how much time I have to wait for you to figure it out on your own. I love you, Marin. Even though I'm not as smart as other guys, and even though I may not be around as long as other guys. Jesus Christ, man. Don't say it like that. I hope that you can still find a way to accept me, despite all that. Yes, I love you too. Hey, when I'm happy. As Ryuu leans forward this time, I know what to expect and close my eyes in preparation. His lips touch mine again. This time I return it. A both strange and awkward feeling. It's also soft and warm. When he breaks the kiss after a moment, I have to put a finger to my lips, because they feel bare without his there. I give it a B+. That's it? Hey, don't look so sad. I'll give you plenty of practice. God damn it, Ryuu. Oh man. The tears are flowing, guys. God damn it. How many times did I cry this part? Oh, Ryuu, you're just... Ryuu-kun? Ryuu has always said things like that in his forward manner, and now when he says it, no, he isn't joking. And it doesn't have quite the same effect. I blush madly, especially realizing what has just transpired. The first kiss with Ryuu. I think we should leave, don't you? What do you mean? Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. What? Ryu grabs my hand and a flash of light envelopes us. Before I know it, we're on the rooftop at school. No, Ryu! Normally I would say something to the effect of, Ryu, you can't just leave the hospital. Wait, bait. But now I have a better understanding, Ryu. And now, and know why he does things like this. It isn't that he's careless, it's that he wants every moment to be memorable. Oh, that's true. He does not want to lie there and be like, I can die in this room at any moment. He wants to see the world. Oh, I'm sorry, I hit the mic, but he wants to see the world at every moment. And in any situation where he isn't happy, he quickly corrects it to make it a happy one. I think that's what I love about him the most. His ability to make me smile in the saddest moments. Yeah. This is what he truly does. Like now, even when Ryu is holding my hand with his arm covered in patches of red where the needles were. Even knowing that underneath his chest is a heart that doesn't work right, that could fail him at any second without warning. I'm still smiling because I'm with Ryu. Okay guys, this is going really long, but it was definitely worth it, and I'm feeling sad and happy at the same time, knowing what Ryu's condition is, and I think next time will be the last time. Maybe I'll record it right away, but wow guys, this was, oh my god guys. It really, like, I expected it to be something like some kind of condition was there. I knew that. I had some feeling, some gut feeling about it, but to actually beat something like this, and the way just the dialogue expresses the situation, you know, how she monologued it and everything. It was perfect. And I couldn't help, it was exactly as they said, like they expressed it, like I was just crying over him, and then suddenly he just does something that makes me laugh again. Exactly like with Marin, it's like you're completely into this, so this is amazing, the game is just amazing. But anyway, we'll see each other in the next part and the last part of Let's Play Planets. The life of normalcy has ended on Ryu's beautiful path. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching, hope you enjoyed it. Please don't mind my little breakdowns here and there, but I'll do my best. But right now, until the next part guys, yeah, and until then, see ya!